2023 Volkswagen Tiguan vs 2023 Mazda CX-9 likes and dislikes comparison. Mazda CX-9 likes: new 10.25-inch display, 7-seaters versatility, comfortable ride. Dislikes: expensive AWD option, 6-seaters compromises, older ANCAP safety rating. Volkswagen Tiguan likes: doesn't look like a big 7-seater, doesn't drive like one either. Space or people, it's up to you. Dislikes: entry-level model feels like one in places. Ride might be too firm for some. Power delivery still laggy and lumpy. The second-generation Mazda CX-9 may have been on sale in Australia for nearly 5 years now, but it remains the second best-selling large SUV using unibody construction, as opposed to old-school, off-road-focused body-on-frame. That said, it is getting on a bit, so Mazda's given it an update with a twist for 2021, hoping to inject a little bit more life into its flagship model. And when we say twist, we mean it. After all, who would have thought there'd ever be a 6-seat CX-9? Well, we've checked it out to see if it's the version we needed all along. Meet the new Volkswagen Tiguan Allspace, the brand's sort of 7-seat SUV that allows you to choose between more passengers, or more space. But you probably don't need me to tell you that. VW reckons some 41% of Tiguans sold in Australia have this third row of seats fitted. So you're probably pretty familiar with the model. What you probably do need me to tell you, though, is what's new, how it drives, and what it costs, right? Design. Mazda CX-9. Given its latest update is relatively minor, the CX-9's exterior largely looks the same as before, which, depending on your point of view, is a very good thing. As far as we're concerned, it certainly is. That said, train spotters will notice some differences, with the GT-SP, new, Azami and Azami LE, new, grades getting a refreshed grille that's slotted and available in 2 grade-specific finishes, unlike the insert their carryover Sport, Touring and GT siblings still have. And aside from the GT-SP, Azami and Azami LE's new sets of 20-inch alloy wheels, again in grade-specific finishes, the only other exterior change is the Azami and Azami LE's larger diameter chrome exhaust tailpipe extensions. Sporty. Inside, the CX-9 has more changes in store, headlined by the new floating 10.25-inch central display. All but the Sport and Touring they stick with 7.0 and 9.0-inch units respectively. The new setup is powered by Mazda's latest multimedia system, which is certainly an improvement over its predecessor, and a much-needed one at that. Worth noting, touch is not an input method, with the rotary controller on the center console the only option, which is actually great for safety, so we're all for it. The Azami and Azami LE also get new quilted Napa leather upholstery, which looks and feels great, and adds to the overall high-quality theme. Otherwise, it's pretty much business as usual, which is great because the CX-9 has always had a well-designed interior. Yep, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Volkswagen Tiguan. The big news with this facelift is all about the lights, with Life models swapping halogens for LEDs, and the Tiguan Allspace getting a fancy new light bar that joins the headlights, and looks pretty cool at night. There are also new wheels, new bumpers, and fancy new LED rear lights with a click-a-clack effect when braking on the top-spec R-Line. The cabin of the Allspace is a calm-looking and all-around calming space, with a central touchscreen handling tech duties and digital driver's binnacle serving up your trip info. The best ambience, though, is reserved for the R-Line models, which gets a tricky steering wheel with haptic feedback buttons, along with sportier pedals and some extra interior niceties, and they add up to a far more premium-feeling space than in the entry-level model. No matter your model, though, you will find some harsh plastics at work, but the Allspace cabin remains a quality-feeling place to spend time. Practicality. Mazda CX-9. Being an SUV that's 5,075 mm long, 1969 mm wide, and 1,747 mm tall, practicality is arguably the most important thing for the CX-9, and with the option of 6 seats for the first time with the new Azami LE, it's even more versatile. All 7-seat grades have a 60/40th split-fold second row that manually slides and reclines the same as before, with only the Sport missing out on one-touch tumble operation, which makes accessing the 50/50th split-fold third row even easier, even if it's still not graceful. But the 6-seat Azami LE is configured differently, given its second row has 2 captain's chairs instead of a bench. That said, it operates in a very similar manner, just with power adjustment. I still had around 8 centimeters of legroom and 4 of legroom behind my 184 centimeters, 6 feet 0 inches driving position, while the large transmission tunnel that's a foot space issue in 7-seat versions isn't. One key difference with the very roomy and comfortable Azami LE is it only has 4 top tether child seat anchorage points, while all other grades have 5 thanks to their extra seat. Either way, for ISOFIX child set anchorage points are split across the second and third rows. Alternatively, the third row can be used by adults on shorter journeys, although they won't have a lot of space to enjoy. Again, I'm 184 centimeters tall and it's tight back there, with no headroom or legroom on offer, but children will, of course, fare much better. The CX-9's boot is still pretty usable with all 3 rows in action, with 230L of cargo capacity available, but you can stow the 2 rear seats to get 810L in total. And if you want maximum cargo capacity, the middle seats can also be folded, but not in the Azami LE, annoyingly. Either way, the CX-9 doesn't have a load lip but does have a flat floor, so loading bulkier items is a cinch, while 2 bag hooks and 4 tie-down points are on hand for securing loose items if they can't fit in the double map pockets on the front seat backrests. There are 2 cup holders in the third row, another 2 in the second row's fold-down armrest, 7-seater versions, all large center console, Azami LE, and another 2 in the first row's larger center console, while the front and rear door bins can also take bottles and other knick-knacks. All grades get USB ports in the first row, while the Touring and above also have them in the second row, and the GT and above also feature them in the third row. It'd be nice if there was no differentiation, though. Volkswagen Tiguan. So fun fact about the Tiguan all-space. Plenty of the people actually buying this don't actually need the third row of seats. Sure, they're nice to have, but plenty of them are folding them flat and instead making use of the space on offer. With the third row in place, there's a bite-sized 230 liters of space on offer. Fold that flat, and you'll get a sizable 700 liters, then fold the second row flat and you'll get a massive 1775 liters. That's plenty, and because you can fold the seats individually, you can carry stuff or people in whatever priority you'd like. If you're using the Tiguan to carry 7 people, however, you will find the backseat tight for all but small children. My 175 centimeters frame felt folded in, and it's not somewhere I would like to spend a huge amount of time. The second row, however, is far more comfortable, and you'll find the usual family SUV accoutrements, cup holders, bottle holders, ISOFIX attachment points. Price and features. Mazda CX-9. The CX-9 has become more expensive, with some grades up a little, while others are up a lot. The range now starts from $45,990, plus on-road costs, and reaches $73,875, see pricing table below, but there is more standard equipment now. Either way, 2 new grades have joined the now comprehensive CX-9 lineup, bringing the total to 6, with the new GT SP slotting in above the mid-range GT but below the previously flagship Azami, which is now bettered by the new Azami LE. The entry-level Sport and Touring round out the lineup, with each grade coming with front-wheel drive as standard, although all-wheel drive is an expensive $4,000 option for all, but the Azami that instead asks for a $4,435 premium, and the Azami LE which gets it as standard. Features-wise, the Sport gets dusk-sensing LED headlights, rain-sensing wipers, 18-inch alloy wheels, push-button start, a 7.0-inch central display, satellite navigation, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto support, digital radio, a 6-speaker sound system, a head-up display, 3-zone climate control and black cloth upholstery. While the Touring has the same 18-inch alloy wheels, it steps up with keyless entry, a 9.0-inch central display, paddle shifters, new, power-adjustable front seats with heating, and black leather upholstery. The GT goes even further with 20-inch alloy wheels, a hands-free power-operated tailgate, a sunroof, the aforementioned 10.25-inch central display, new, a 12-speaker Bose sound system, a wireless smartphone charger, new, and heated outboard middle seats. As its name suggests, the new GT SP is the sportier version of the GT, adding a unique black finish to its 20-inch alloy wheels and side mirror caps, as well as burgundy leather upholstery and red stitching for just $500 more. Meanwhile, the Azami has 20-inch alloy wheels with a bright finish, new, as well as adaptive LED headlights, LED daytime running lights, a 7.0-inch multifunction display, a heated steering wheel and pure white or walnut brown, quilted Napa leather upholstery, new. And finally, the new Azami LE mimics the Azami but replaces its middle bench with two power-adjustable captain's chairs with heating and cooling, plus a dedicated center console, so 6 seats in total instead of the usual 7. 2021 Mazda CX-9 pricing before on-road cost: Sport FWD automatic $45,990, plus $70, Sport AWD automatic $49,990, plus $70. Touring FWD automatic $53 for $90, plus $180. Touring AWD automatic $57 for $90, plus $180. GT FWD automatic $62,990, plus $1270. GT AWD automatic $66,990, plus $1270. GT SP FWD automatic $63 for $90, new. GT SP AWD automatic $67 for $90, new. Azami FWD automatic $66,190, plus $1297. Azami AWD automatic $76,25, plus $1686. Azami LE automatic $73,875, new. Volkswagen Tiguan. The Tiguan All-Space arrives with 3 variants: Life, Elegance and R-Line. How much you'll pay for each depends on what engine you want, but we'll come back to that in a moment. For now, just know that the Tiguan All-Space Life is $44,590, 110 TSI, or $48,590, 132 TSI. The Elegance is $56,990, 162 TSI, or $58,490, 147 TDI. While the R-Line is $60,190, 162 TSI, or $61,690, 147 TDI. Kicking off proceedings is the Life model, which gives you LED headlights, 18-inch alloy wheels, roof rails and auto lights and wipers outside, while in the cabin you'll find an 8.0-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a digital driver's binnacle, wireless phone charging, 3-zone climate control and cloth seats. You also get the IQ Drive safety system, but we'll come back to that under the safety section. Stepping up to the Elegance adds IQ Light matrix LED headlights, 19-inch alloy wheels, tinted rear windows and adaptive chassis control. In the cabin, you get a bigger 9.2-inch touchscreen, ambient interior lighting, electric front seats which are also now heated and ventilated, and leather trim. Finally, the R-Line delivers 20-inch alloys and a sportier exterior treatment, an R-Line touch-sensitive steering wheel and a sportier cabin feel.